Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It feels very strange to be talking to a camera again. I haven't filmed something in I think almost exactly a year, and a lot has happened in the past year. One major factor of not uploading YouTube videos consistently was that I got a new job, so it's definitely very difficult to read as much and keep up with all the bookish content and everything whenever you have like a steady 9-to-5 job. I also met my current husband, got engaged to my current husband, and got married to my current husband all in like the past 8 or 9 months, I think. So a lot has happened on that front, planning a wedding and engagement parties and figured all that out. We moved in together. As you can see, there's kind of like a different background than what I usually film. And also, if you hear any like weird snorting noises or anything, it's my dog right here, and she'll probably roll over eventually and start snoring. So if you hear anything, that's what that is. But yeah, I just wanted to film this video to go over kind of updates on what's been happening with my Etsy shop. I've grown a lot since when I first started it around this time last year. I'm really wanting to grow things this year. I want to grow my social medias, and I really want to dedicate myself to growing my small business. So I thought, what better way than to kind of hold myself accountable by filming YouTube. It's already starting. See, I have to keep her in here because I can't keep her out or she'll like bust down the door. So we're just gonna have to work with her. But anyway, I want to film these videos because I find it super inspiring to watch other people grow their small businesses. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun and a great way to kind of build a little bit of a community here on YouTube. So I just want to go over my 2025 goals. I'm gonna set like monthly goals, quarterly and yearly goals. And then I have different categories of goals. So there's overall like business goals, so like on Etsy and TikTok shop, and then social media goals, so YouTube and TikTok, and maybe a little bit of Instagram goals, and then also reading goals. We can't forget about that. Originally why I started this YouTube channel. So let's first talk about Etsy goals and kind of general shop goals for the year. And if you're new here, you haven't like followed me on TikTok or Instagram, I started a small little Etsy shop. I saw the idea in the bookish community of doing blind dates with books, and I thought I would love to do that. And I love like making gifts for people and kind of really thoughtful things, like including like little things people wouldn't think of. So I thought, what better way than to start like a small little side hustle, I guess, than creating an Etsy account and doing those. And I had my prices really low in the beginning, and pretty much to where I was like losing money on doing the blind dates. And I got a lot of sales initially on my Etsy shop, which was crazy because I've always wanted to start an Etsy shop, and I've posted different like art things on there before, and I made like some macrame shelves, and they didn't really have any activity or anything. So whenever the blind dates did good, it was kind of a crazy thing, and I realized I could actually start a small little shop from this. So since then, I've done just like the traditional blind dates with books, and I've also done like a book talk blind date with a book, so kind of popular titles that are going around on TikTok. And I've also done book boxes. So I did a Halloween box, which was a lot of fun, and I did a lot of sales on that one. I'll have to post how many I sold on here, and I also started doing some book boxes, which was a lot of fun. I did a little Christmas box, a fall box, and I think I did a fantasy romance box as well. And I've kind of changed them over the year, so they've kind of morphed into certain different boxes. But I also want to do a Valentine's Day box, so that's going to be one of my goals. And I'm super excited to show you guys. I'll kind of unbox a lot of the stuff I got, and we also need to clean up this whole area back here. So I'll do that later in kind of like a little bit of a vlog style, I guess. But yeah, so we have the boxes, and I'm wanting to branch out into different forms of art, I guess. So decorating the books is kind of a little bit of an art form. I'll show you guys. I just do kind of like a little bit of a junk journal decoration, and then this one isn't finished yet. So it's kind of a little bit of an artistic expression, I guess, but I'm also wanting to get into digital art, and I want to make bookmarks and stickers and maybe even like book covers, like little traveling book pouches, I guess, so like your book doesn't get messed up in your purse. And I just have a whole bunch of ideas. I also want to continue to do different boxes, maybe care boxes, coloring boxes, all kinds of things like that. So I'm really wanting to grow the shop. So my first goal for my little shop is to create 3 to 5 new bookish products every quarter. So every 3 months I would like to develop something new. And if it's stickers, I feel like those should just like count as one. So maybe it could be like stickers, an art print, or maybe like bookmarks, and then also a new box. So that way I'm kind of keeping the shop fresh and having new items available for people, and also improving on the items that I already have. Also, the biggest and probably the hardest part is going to be creating like a cohesive brand aesthetic, which is so difficult for me. It's just like choosing like an art style. Like whenever I do my stickers or any type of drawing, I like can't figure out like what color palette I want to stick to, like what themes, like if it's like thicker lines or more cutesy, cartoony, or realistic. It's very difficult. So I'm going to try to figure out what kind of suits my style best, my personality best, and kind of develop a cohesive like shop banner, logo, little promotional items, just so it makes the shop look more professional, put together. And I'd also like my art to have a general theme to it, but that's also really hard. So that's a goal that I'm sure I'll continue to work on for the life of the shop. I would also like to set a sales goal each month. I honestly have no idea what that should be yet. Over the past year, my sales have ranged anywhere from like 10 orders a month to like during December, it goes crazy. And I think there was probably like 100 orders in December. So it kind of just varies. But I think I'm gonna try to make different items and incorporate things to where it's somewhat steady. Obviously the holidays are always crazy, and for like surprisingly Halloween boxes and Halloween like books went kind of wild. I was not expecting those to be like such a big selling season, but I guess kind of like the Gilmore Girl fall season is pretty popular. So I would really love to develop a Gilmore Girl box. I think that would be super fun. And then a long-term goal for my shop would be to get off Etsy and potentially make my own Shopify website, just because Etsy takes such a large percentage. And obviously when I'm doing the blind dates with a book, I want to keep those as low as possible, because you shouldn't be paying, you know, over $30, $30, $35, $40 for a book. So I want to keep those low, so the profit margin is always very small on those. And Etsy takes like 15 to 20% of every sale that is made, and that's not even including shipping. So it's very hard whenever I want to keep my profit margin smaller. It's like Etsy's like taking that entire profit margin, and I don't want to have to put that cost on the buyer when I just want to keep that as low and very accessible for everybody. So I think I really want to try to get onto my own shop, and also TikTok shop, which I finally have learned how to use. It took me a couple months, and then it was very difficult to set up because there's an apostrophe in my name, and apparently that's not allowed. So I couldn't verify my identity because TikTok didn't allow me to put an apostrophe in my name. And then when I went to match my ID to the name on the account, there was an apostrophe, so it like wouldn't accept my identity. I had to do all kinds of crazy stuff. And my TikTok shop is still in like a really high risk category. I haven't made too many sales on there yet, maybe 20 sales, and I made like 6 or 7 of them in the past week. So I'm really wanting to consistently upload on there, because they offer a lot of discounts for customers that TikTok actually funds, and I can do certain stuff like posting videos and earn money for customers to actually spend in the shop. And it's all funded by TikTok, so they get a discount. I can get the full price of the blind dates with the book and the boxes, and I think it's just a great way to encourage sales. So I definitely like TikTok shop. I'm sure it's probably got some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes. Who knows what kind of long-term things are going to end up happening with TikTok. Who knows if it's going to be sold? I don't know. But I really like it so far. The only bad thing is I am considered a high-risk seller. So I think it's because I've sold under a certain amount of revenue, I guess, in like 30 days or 60 days. And I think one order shipped late because I was out of town, even though I messaged the person and they were fine with it shipping a day later. They have really strict shipping rules. Like you have to ship everything out within 48 or like 2 business days. So that happened. But because I'm a high risk seller, I don't actually get paid for anything until 31 days after the product is delivered. So I'll get the order, I'll send it out within 2 business days. It gets there 3 to 5 business days, and then I get paid 31 days after it's delivered. So that's very difficult because you're basically putting up all that money up front, almost a month and a half to 2 months before you're actually going to receive the revenue, which makes it very difficult to do like my monthly breakdown of like cost versus like what I made, because I'm like, well, do I count that for this month, or I'm not going to get paid until next month? So hopefully I can get out of that high risk category and become a standard shop, which gets you paid 8 days after I think it's delivered, 5 or 8 days, somewhere in there, which is still kind of a long time, because Etsy I think pays you 2 days afterwards. I want to get that up to date and hopefully get away from that super long payout date. So next up is my social media goals. So starting with YouTube, I would love to start posting consistently. I think I should set a goal to post at least 1 short or 1 video a week. Ideally, I would post a short and a video once a week, but it's just very hard to sit down and film like a 10 to 20 minute video. It's a lot easier to do kind of short form on like shorts or TikTok or Instagram Reels. But ideally, I would like to dedicate some time to YouTube. It's my favorite platform, I would say. I love BookTube. But I think my end of year goal would be reaching the big 1,000 subscriber goal, which gives you YouTube monetization, which is not really kind of what I want to count on, but it's just like a goal I would like to reach. And then also for TikTok, apparently it's a lot easier to like gain followers and traction on TikTok, I guess because it's a lot more short form. But they act like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 10,000 subscribers on TikTok are kind of relatively the same as far as like difficulty to obtain. I'm not really sure. So I guess end of year goal would be 10,000 on TikTok. That seems very crazy and wild to me. Who knows if it's realistic? I'm not sure. And then I'm not really sure about Instagram. I feel like it's a little bit more difficult to gain subscribers on or followers on Instagram. Maybe reach 500 followers, I'd say. Maybe that's realistic. I don't know. But I don't really care too much about like follower goals and all this. I'm mainly more worried about like making sure that I post consistently, because everything else will come with consistent posting. So for me, I would just like to post Instagram once a week. The best way to grow on TikTok is to post 3 to 5 times a week. So that's I'll have to film a couple videos a week for that. But yeah, I know it's gonna be a lot of work, especially working full time, but I think I just put way too much pressure on myself to make some like new idea, and everything has to be perfect with all these little reels and everything. But I think I need to like relax on that front and just chill out. Everything doesn't have to be super professional on TikTok. So I think once I like finally had that set in, and I also feel that way about YouTube, like sitting down to film a YouTube video, it's like I end up always putting it off just because I'm like scared of, I don't know, messing it up or like not knowing the right things to say. And I just have to get over that and start posting and not be scared and just like share what I want to share, you know, my journey with the TikTok shop and with BookTube and everything. So that's kind of my main goal for this year. I also would really like to start filming like end of month wrap-ups just to like let everybody know how the shop is going, and then doing start of month resets. I love watching reset videos, and I think it'd be so much fun to kind of film the cleanup process because I have to clean everything up a lot. There's a lot of paper and ripped up like thread and twine everywhere. So I have a lot of cleanup every week. So I thought that would be fun to film and take you guys along the journey with me. And these types of videos always also really inspire me. I love watching Julianne Doodles. There's like several creators that I really love. I'll list them here because I'm really bad at remembering names and channel names. But yeah, there are a ton of artists on YouTube that have really inspired me to make this video and make my channel. And I wouldn't have ever started an Etsy shop if it hadn't been for all the inspiration that I've seen on YouTube. And I'm really grateful for them posting their videos because it's inspired me to kind of get back into art. And I forgot how much that I loved creating art, especially when I was younger. And it just seemed like I had to spend my time doing other things, and I never realized that I could create art and share it. It could actually be a hobby. But yeah, a lot of other people on the platform have shown me that there's all kinds of different art forms that I literally didn't even know about. You know, I had never even gotten to the digital art side of things, and I have a really good friend that always posts digital art, and I'm like, how the heck are they doing that? I found out what Procreate was. Procreate is crazy and awesome, and that's what I'm going to be doing most of my art on, I think. So yeah, I have learned a lot over just the past year, and I would love to start getting into all kinds of different art medias and sharing those with you guys. Yeah, so I think that kind of wraps up my goals and expectations for what this channel is going to be. I still want to post reading wrap-ups, monthly TBRs, and all that, but there's also going to be some small business things kind of sprinkled in here as well. And I think I'm ready to get to the rest of my tasks. I have a very large to-do list. I'll probably like list it right here, but I need to decorate, wrap books. I need to fill out the little tags, the blind date with the book tags that go on each one. I also am going to show you guys all the Valentine's Day stuff I got and kind of my idea behind the boxes. And then I need to clean up in here and organize stuff. It's, you probably can't, I don't know if you can tell, but it's messy over there. And I have to restock some teas and stuff. So welcome to the first ever small business vlog. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so first things first, this is like my packing area, and I'll give you guys a closer view of what else going on here. But I have a lot of my shipping stuff down there. I got this really cool ribbon holder that I'll show you guys. It's definitely a game changer. I hate messy ribbon going everywhere. It's a huge problem, and I finally got that ribbon holder, so it's been great. So I need to unpack all my teas I just got. I got some really good fruity teas that I'm excited to share. And then I also have some stuff down here and a lot of my magnetic bookmarks, regular bookmarks, pens, and socks, and everything that I really need to organize. So I'll give you guys some nice B-roll footage of me cleaning up this mess. Okay, so now we can move on to the top of the desk, and let me show you kind of like my little ribbon organizer. So it's pretty simple. that scared me. But you thread them through here, and then, you know, I'll sit this down and show you all. So here are the ribbons and the ribbon organizer. I'm gonna try to set that up, but I have a bunch of ribbons in this top drawer, and I really wanna get those moved over to here so I can put something better in the top drawer just to streamline the whole packing process. So hopefully these are all gonna fit over there. So these just go on here like this, and then you push this up against them to hold them all in place. Let's see. And then you just thread this through this little bottom part right here. There we go. There's one. And then I got these from the Goodwill, so they're looking a little bit dated, but the ribbon is still really good quality. So I'm gonna try to get as much use of them as I can before I have to buy more ribbon. I can get this to fit. Okay. We have a really pretty pink. I'm probably gonna use this for my Valentine's Day boxes. You guys can kind of see some Valentine's Day stuff right there. Okay, here are all of the ribbons put up and displayed, and then you can just pull them out through here if you need them, and this is definitely a lot easier way to organize them than just having them all thrown in a drawer to get tangled. So I'm glad I got this puppy. So I just found some extra twine, which is nice, and then I'm gonna clean out this drawer. There's a few little odd things in here, like some extra ribbon and stuff, but not too much. And then I have to decide, I might put some extra tea in there, just as like kind of my tea and hot chocolate storage. I also found some gloves I used to dye my hair. So it's always nice to have these around. But I'm gonna go find my duster and my little mini vacuum because this thing is dusty and there's all kinds of little things in there. So I'm gonna wipe this down. And then this is trash. So one of the first things I made with Procreate was one of these little book mail 4 stickers that I've just been putting in each order, and then whatever name is on the order, I just write it right there in metallic marker. This one I printed too small, and this one I printed too large. So I think this is kind of the size that I was going for, just in case somebody kind of wanted to display it and it had their name on it. I thought these would be really cute to kind of just like sit on your bookshelf or something. So yeah, this is kind of what made me realize that I could start doing art prints and little stickers and stuff, and this didn't take too long, maybe like an hour or two. The hardest part was printing it out and making sure that the print was decent quality and figuring out what paper to use. So now that I have that kind of figured out, it should be easier to print stuff off like this in the future. And then I also just have these little thank you for your order stickers, and I need to print some more out and cut those up, so I'll probably do that a little bit later today. And then this is just a little notebook that I use to keep track of my orders I need to pack and if they have tea or hot chocolate. And I got this as a gift from a friend, and it's just the cutest little notebook, and it's the perfect size for writing down my order list. So over here are books that I have decorated, but they still need the book tag on them, and I need to organize these by their genre. And then this one somehow got over here, but it's not decorated, so it needs to go back to the other room where I have my little decorating table set up. But I'm just gonna flip these all around and kind of organize them a little bit. Okay, so now I'm super excited to show you guys what I got for the Valentine's Day boxes. I got this really pretty little heart wrapping paper that I'm going to be wrapping the books in instead of like the traditional craft paper and decorating it. And this is just so cute. I'm so excited to start wrapping books, but I learned my lesson from Christmas that I'm only going to wrap so many books at a time because this takes like 5 seconds to wrap a book with this. So I wrapped way too many books for Christmas, and I ended up having to unwrap a bunch of them just because I had too many, and I was really expecting a lot more sales, but I didn't do much promoting, so I didn't end up selling as many as I thought, and I overestimated the fantasy genre. I bought so many fantasy books, and I think the thriller mystery category ended up being the biggest, maybe that and fantasy romance, but I bought so many fantasy books and wrapped them, and I ended up having to unwrap several of them, well, probably like 25 of them. So this time I'm just gonna kind of do it as the orders come in, maybe wrap like 5 in each genre at a time, so I have a little bit of a backlog, but not 25 just like sitting there. So this is super cute. I'm excited to wrap these. And then I also got a bunch of like really fruity teas, and specifically this, because this Taylor's tea just looks so fancy and nice, and this blackberry and raspberry sounded so good. I'm excited to try a lot of these myself. And then I got wild raspberry hibiscus, see, acai berry, I'm gonna try this one too. And then we have Meyer lemon ginger vitality, strawberry pomegranate, and mango passion fruit. And the great thing about buying these for orders is that I can try a lot of stuff for myself. And then sometimes when I'm ordering books, I'm like, oh, let me order 4 or 5 different thrillers. And then also I'm going to order 1 or 2 for me. So it kind of gives me an excuse to buy all this really cute bookish stuff for myself a little bit. But yeah, that's the tea, and this is just one of the books I got for the literary fiction category. This is a really great book. I actually just finished reading it last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I definitely recommend this for that category. I think everybody that gets it is going to be pretty happy with it. So yeah, that one I will wrap later. And then I got some really cute fuzzy socks. Let me open this really quick. Okay, so here are the socks for the Valentine's Day boxes, and these are so cute. I found this certain brand that actually has really good quality socks. I've ordered several different packs off Amazon, and they end up arriving, and they are either like really small, or they smell weird, or they're just like bad quality. So I've been ordering a lot from, I'm not sure exactly what this specific brand is, but I've had really good luck, and they're all really nice quality. So I'm excited to include these in the boxes. They're so cute. So I got these, and then along the same lines, I got a ton of pink scrunchies. So these are really nice quality too, and I just love like including that kind of like spa day stuff in the boxes. So I have the socks, the tea. Also, I ordered the absolute cutest little teacups that I've been seeing on like TikTok and Instagram, and they're gonna be here on Thursday, I think. But I am so excited to see them. I really hope they're as good quality as they appear, and I can't wait to hopefully include them in the boxes. So I got those, and then also I got these little coasters. Let's see. So these little pink coasters, they're kind of like a variety pack. But I was just envisioning like a girls' night at home. I got these two. These are the Grace and Stella little pink under eye things. I especially love these because I struggle with some eye bags and really dark circles. So I really love these, and a lot of times I hate doing like full face masks because they're like drippy and cold, and they like sometimes like itch and burn, and I just really like these better. So this is kind of more towards what I like versus what I think other people would like, but that's okay. So I'm envisioning like a spa night. You get your little scrunchie, and then I also have some really cute like hair headbands with like little bows on them that you can pull your hair back and then put on these little under eye masks, your fuzzy socks, and then you have your little teacup and your coaster with your teas and your book, and it just sounds like such a great night to me. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning for the Valentine's Day box. Okay, so I'm gonna put all of this up in one of my little storage totes for now, just so I can have this all in there for when my other stuff comes in and it's kind of organized. I don't know why organization stuff is so expensive, but like those little clear plastic drawers that I see all like the small like businesses have on TikTok Shop are like so expensive. It's like $40 for the little clear drawers. So luckily my mother-in-law was kind enough to give me some of her scrapbooky craft stuff. So she gave me this little drawer over here, which I put all my bookmarks and pins in, and then these have been helpful organizing my seasonal stuff. I also need to restock some of these teas. I have a lot of like Scottish breakfast teas and black teas, so I really only like to include like maybe one of those in an order because I think people do tend to favor the like herbal teas. So, but some people will like the breakfast teas. Like my husband really likes like the Earl Grey breakfast tea. So I'll include one of those every now and again, but mainly I'll do like 2 herbals and then one of these. But I need to restock these, and I think I need to go ahead and retire the few little Christmas teas that I have left over and switch them out for these stash teas. So we got the teas restocked, and then I am starting to run a little bit low on hot chocolate, so I definitely need to grab some of that next time I'm in the store. Put these back over here. And then here are all of my stickers. I kind of have them divided a little bit. So these are more like fantasy romance stickers, my holographic stickers. These are some Gilmore Girls stickers that I'm kind of holding on to for myself. And then these are some stickers that I like to stick on the backs of packages and stuff. So these are kind of organized. And then up here I have my thermal printer that is kind of broken. So it doesn't like pull the paper through all the way. I have to like help it out and like pull the label out for it. So it might honestly be this paper that's like really thick, because I got this from UPS, and it seems like really slick, like it can't grab it or something, so that might be the issue. I might have to get a different one, and maybe one that's easier to print from Etsy from, because that one is pretty difficult, and it looks like I forgot to include these tees in there, so I'm gonna add these to that really quick. And then these, I just got all of these for some of my Christmas boxes, so I might be able to use some of like the really cute pink ones for the Valentine's Day boxes, and everybody loves the Nerds gummy clusters, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably repurpose those soon. And then I think there's some other stuff in there, so I'll keep this up here. And then I have some blind date with book tags, and then more tags that need to be filled out, and then just kind of some random stickers that fell out of here. So this is like my little bookmark area, and I need to clean this up. There's still some Christmas stuff that I can put away. Like I have these little candles that I'm gonna save for next year. And I might include some of these socks as little extras in some of the baskets, because they aren't really as cute as I was hoping they were. So I might just throw those in as extras. And then I need to put this up. This is mine. And then I just have some of my pens and markers. I need to put my sunglasses up too. But then in here I have, this just holds all the magnetic bookmarks. And then we have our reading trackers, our regular bookmarks. And then these also do have reading logs on the back. But those are then in there. And then I have some more seasonal bookmarks kind of pushed to the back. And then in here we have a bunch of pins. I have some more pins downstairs that I need to restock because these go with certain books, so I don't include these on like the typical blind dates with a book. And then we also have some highlighters that I sometimes throw away on orders. And then down here is all of our tabs. And I also have some of these that I need to cut and put up here. And then I just have some washi tape that sometimes I'll add to some of like the decorations on the books just to add some pops of color. So those are cleaned up. We got some sticky notes I need to put in the other room. Those in there. And then up here I have my little tag, like hole punch, and then this is just a corner rounder that I use on like my thank you tags and stuff. So I keep those up here. Here is my little scale that I use to weigh on my packages. Keep that here. Liner can go up there, and then I'm probably gonna clean this out, and then there's another tote under here that I can repurpose for something else. Some of these socks are cute. These would be cute for like a little spring box or something, but I don't know. These ones, I don't know. We'll see. I might use them in certain boxes, but for right now, I'm gonna keep them in here since we're gonna be doing the Valentine's Day socks anyways. Okay, so I think this is pretty good for now. I got everything pretty cleaned up and tidy. I need to take the trash out, that's for sure, but everything is looking pretty good. So now that I got all that cleaned up, it's time to go to the other room where I have my actual wrapping station and clean all of that up, which it shouldn't take too long because it's just wrapping paper and books. So it should just be more of like an organization process, but let's head over there. Okay, so here is my little wrapping area. And this is the blanket my dog was laying on, but it's kind of chaotic because I did a little challenge on TikTok where I saw how many books I could wrap in like a really short amount of time. So that's why it's a little chaotic, but that's Christmas stuff I need to put away. And then this is my little cart that I have had you all attached to, and that's just moving storage stuff over there, boxes. So I need to clean up this area. These all need to be decorated, and then I have a few more over there that need to be wrapped for some orders that need to go out on Monday. So let's start cleaning. I need to sweep up the floor and organize this area a bit. Somehow I got some of the kids' book box stuff and some Halloween stuff in there randomly. I don't know how they got in there, but we'll put that somewhere else. And I put my decorating nook over here, and I think this is maybe like 4'9" or so, maybe 5 feet tall. And I have smacked my head on this a couple of times. And one time I did it and I was just like so completely unaware of what happened. I like thought I was like under attack or something. But yeah, it hurts. So after you do that a couple times, you kind of learn your lesson not to stand up all the way. But I'm gonna go ahead and start sorting these out by genre. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna sort them into a pile, clear the ones that are decorated out, and then put a pile for books that still need to be wrapped. So we'll go ahead and start doing that. And then these are some curtains that I would like to hang up there. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today. I might wait for my husband to do it because hanging curtains is like, I don't know why it's so difficult, but it is. But let's get to this area now. My arms are tired. So pieces like this, I will like generally reuse for decoration. So I'll show you guys kind of how I decorate. I get these scrapbooking pieces of paper, and these are for junk journaling, and I end up getting like the larger sizes. That way they fit pretty much over the entire cover of the book, at least where I'll be like putting my hot chocolate and stuff in there. So then I'll usually tear them down to half or like thirds or fourths or whatever, and I'll keep these little pieces. But generally like the more kind of odd ones, like misshaped ones, I'll probably toss, because I try to save as much paper as possible, but like sometimes like little corners and stuff, they aren't really worth keeping. So I did a TikTok seeing how fast I could wrap 25 books. So now I'm gonna shoot another one where I see how fast I can decorate 25 books, which is definitely gonna take a lot longer. I feel like it might be like an hour and a half. It's gonna be a lot. And my fingers are already like so dry and torn up just from the cold weather. Like my thumb is like randomly split and it hurts pretty bad. So I'm just gonna set all the books that I haven't wrapped yet on the floor, since I'm gonna be filming the TikTok and shooting how many books I can decorate. So actually, let me count if this is 25. Those can stay over there for now. I'm gonna put these on the floor just for right now. And these ones. I cut the paper for these already, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait to do that just in case I need this paper for a specific genre. Like I'm pretty sure I have a literary fiction that needs to go out on Monday, and I'm not sure if I have one wrapped. For some reason, it's not that popular of a genre, so it's kind of my least requested. That and science fiction. Like very rarely do I get a science fiction order. So these need to go back into the other room. These are just some restock of pins. And then here are some tabs. And for the tabs, I'll also need to cut these later. I cut them in half because it's typically just for one book. And then I trim the edges up so they're kind of cute and they fit on the twine that the books are wrapped in. So yeah, these can go in the other room. I think I am gonna hang the curtains up because I can like see my reflection like whenever I'm filming, and I feel like I have like, it's a bad angle, trust me. So I'm going to attempt to hang those curtains. Hopefully it's not too much of a struggle, but we'll find out, I guess. Okay, so it ended up taking me an hour and 37 minutes to wrap these 25 books, but I was using smaller pieces of paper. Like if you can see along here, I was having to do 2 or sometimes 3 pieces of paper along here and cut and tear each one. So I think that's why they took a little bit longer than normal, but that averages out to about 3.5 minutes a book for decoration, and then wrapping them a little bit over a minute. So all in all, it seems like wrapping and decorating takes about 5 minutes a book, which gives me a good idea for kind of pacing my time and pricing the books accordingly. It's 11 o'clock now, so I am definitely gonna go get ready for bed, and I'll probably check back in tomorrow with packing some orders and getting a few things ready for the week. So I will see you guys later. So it's the next day and it's already past 7 p.m. at night. I don't really know what I've been doing all day today. Well, I slept until like noon because I was up until like 3 a.m. reading Circe. So I only have like maybe 60 pages left. So I'm really excited to finish this today. I'm just like terrified that Madeline Miller is going to like rip my heart out. Like I was not okay after the Song of Achilles. Like for like a couple weeks, honestly. Like it was not good. It was a dark time. But anyway, it also snowed like 8 to 10 inches, so I was clearing snow a little bit and honestly trying to stay warm. It's kind of really cold in our house right now because the furnace is broken upstairs. So I have on 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of socks, and I'm finally warmed up. I got my heated blanket, so I'm feeling a little bit better. But I'm kind of a night owl anyway, so this is when I do most of my work, probably like when it's time to start getting ready for bed. So I have a decent amount of stuff I still would like to get done today and make up for the time I have kind of wasted. So I believe I have 12 TikTok orders that I need to get together, and I think maybe 7 or 8 Etsy orders. So I want to get all of those put together. Luckily, we should have plenty of those already ready to go because I wrapped and decorated so many of them. So that shouldn't take too long. Oh, I've also spent a little bit of time today editing the first part of this video. So I'm probably gonna edit the rest of it a little bit later once I get everything I want to get done for like a little bit of the weekend vlog. So probably gonna do that, and I'm not sure what other goals I have today. I might want to draw a little bit and Procreate and see if I can come up with any more bookmark ideas or anything like that. But let's definitely get started with the TikTok orders because I have a couple of those that need to go out tomorrow morning, and hopefully I can make it to the post office. The roads are really, really bad right now, so we'll see. I think I only have 1 or 2 that actually have to go out. So let's definitely get started on the TikTok orders because those have a much shorter turnaround time. I'm pretty sure I have at least 5 or 6 that need to go out tomorrow since they were ordered on Thursday or Friday. So let's get those together. That shouldn't take too long. And then I might do some stuff with Procreate on the iPad, and I would like to sketch out a really cool bookmark idea. I kind of already sketched it out, but I want to start like laying down some actual lines for this reading tracker bookmark that I kind of came up with, and I'm really excited to get started on drawing it. So I'll probably take you guys along with me and maybe do a little speed run of me drawing on Procreate. So let's get to packing orders. Okay, so I went ahead and wrote down all of the different orders that I had, and I like to do everything in like a big group. So I'll go through here and just collect all the books I need, and then I'll add all the tabs, stickers, and pins all at once, just so I'm not like doing each order and then like getting it ready to ship. I can just get everything ready and then get everything ready to ship, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go through the books that I decorated and kind of pull all the ones that I'll need for tomorrow. Okay, so we've got some tabs that we can cut and restock. I usually just do half of a sleeve since they're typically just for one book. So we'll cut these, and then I also have some pins I can add back in here. Okay, so I've got most of the goodies with all the books. We have like the 2 bookmarks, the magnetic bookmark, and the tabs. And then the only things left would be the stickers that I choose, and then either the hot chocolate or the herbal teas. But I also need to go ahead and cut some of my thank you cards. Okay, so I'm finally done printing and cutting these out. So now I'm just gonna go through and write the customer names in this little blank area right here. And I'm gonna test out this blue marker because I feel like it'll match pretty good with the bluebird right here. Okay, so now is the fun part of adding all of the teas and all of the different stickers. Okay, so I've got all of the tea and the hot chocolate with the correct book, and look how much tea we went through, like, so fast. I already need to order some more, but now I'm gonna start adding the stickers, and I have specific stickers for each genre. I have a lot of specific like fantasy romance stickers, so I have those books over here. That way I know I can just grab those stickers and match them with those books. And same for romance. There's a lot of really cute romance stickers I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. And then once the stickers are added, then we can start actually just wrapping them in this tissue paper back here. And then I throw them in these bubble mailers and they're ready to go out. Okay, so I finally have all of these stickers in there. I'm really picky about the stickers, so even though it looks like I have a ton of them, I'm like very specific about which book they go with. Like this is a fantasy romance, so I obviously want more kind of girly stickers going in there. And also like this one is like really cute. But yeah, it's already past 11 o'clock, so I think I'm going to honestly go to bed because I have to wake up at like 7 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll actually package these up tomorrow and show you guys that process. Okay, happy Monday, guys. So I'm taking a little bit of a lunch break from my 9 to 5 to work on packing up all these orders. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. And then I have to run to the post office before 4. So I think we still have a good 2 hours. So I'll probably do that in a little bit. But yeah, they're clearing off the roads from the snow. So if you hear like really loud, crazy noises and my dog barking, that's what that is. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on this. It shouldn't take too long. I'm just gonna wrap them in the tissue paper and then throw in my little thank you cards. So let's get started. We just got back from the post office, and I think that's where I'm going to end this little weekend vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing the behind the scenes of what running the Etsy shop looks like. And I think my next vlog, I'm going to start diving into some digital art and try to make bookmarks. So subscribe if you want to stay along for the journey and enjoy some bookish content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.